Here are 10 things we hate about the Eurocentric assessment system. Part 1. Number 1. We insist on the use of English. This means that there are no opportunities for our multilingual students to use their own language in formal assessment conditions. This insistence of English could narrow our knowledge, and we could be missing out on valuable opportunities. Patricia Ryan pointed out that if you can't think of a thought, you are stuck. But if another language can think that thought, then by cooperating, we could achieve and learn so much more. Number 2. We value individual achievement only. Despite the fact that we are social creatures who learn and thrive in collaborative environments, the formal reporting process seeks data from individual achievement only. In a journey that spanned the country, we found no schools that do meaningful collaborative assessments that are part of the formal reporting process. This sends a message to students and their families that individual, isolated, competitive achievement is far more valuable than collaborating, sharing, and working with others. Individualism is a very Western ideology that can marginalise those who may have alternative beliefs. Number 3. Education as we know it was produced by the Victorians. In the past, it was important that we produce students who could all read, write, and do maths to a certain standard. This is because these were the skills needed to run and maintain the British Empire. But these skills are becoming increasingly dated. It is no longer as important to produce students that can calculate by hand because we have more access to tools who do the job more reliably for us. What is more important is to foster critical thinking skills to ensure our students know the right tools to use and why. Would you be comfortable if the checkout operator insisted on adding up your groceries in his head instead of using the electronic scanner? Number 4. When the government looks at our benchmark data and decides whether or not we are successful, this is based on the Western definition of success. Students, schools, and their families are constantly reminded who is a winner and who is a loser via mandatory school reporting, the media, league tables, and international data. A good school is a school who has good benchmark data. A student who does not meet this narrow definition of success is deemed at risk, despite the fact that they may have many other amazing talents. Number 5. Validity is a common argument to endorse the features of Eurocentric assessment. Tests such as ASTEL that have very strict time constraints and PROBE that demands the students use the text and not their prior knowledge justify this in terms of validity. The theory goes that any good test must be carried out with consideration of the variables. In order to standardise data, we have to ensure that it is comparable. This assumes that by making all students take the test in the same conditions, that it is somehow fair. However, these are people we're talking about, not chemicals in a scientific experiment. Is it fair then that some had lunch and some didn't, or that some may have had more sleep? According to the ministry, there are 4 kinds of validity. Face validity. Do the assessment items appear to be appropriate? Content validity. Does the assessment content cover what you want it to assess? Criterion-related validity. How well does the test measure what you want it to? And construct validity. Are you measuring what you think you are measuring? How does a maths test that is heavy on text fit in with these definitions of validity?